Me pot a boil ya, me belly full ya. Sweet Jamaica.
I hear that they are going to have protests for manufactured rage and crises that don't exist. Well, I want every Labourite to protest against this hypocrisy tomorrow. I want every Labourite, wherever you are, to protest in your workplace, to protest in the market, to protest wherever you are at the bad mindism of the PNP that is trying to bring down the progress of the people. Now, I hear that they are going to have protests for manufactured rage and crises that don't exist.
Whoa, what did you just say? Manufactured rage and crisis that don't exist? Brother, where you been? Under a rock? Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the legitimate demonstration, and as I said, I don't support no political party or politician, but the legitimate rage is because you guys have appointed a person that's affiliated with your party into a position that's going to oversee the investigation into your undeclared statutory income and also into the illicit 8. We don't know who the illicit 8 are, but I'm sure you know, Mr. Prime Minister, don't you? I'm sure you do. And the other illicit 8 members who on the list, I'm sure them know too. And allegedly, you put a gag order on them so them don't talk. So we know there's internal beef in the political, in a JLP, and some of them probably willing to out them political members and rivals for jockey for position, but apparently allegedly you put a gag order upon them. So these are the reasons. So how can that be? You know, understand what's going on here. There's a clear conflict of interest, and that's what's causing the outrage and the fact that they had to change the application form to accommodate Dennis Chung. But continue.
Well, I want every Labourite to protest against this hypocrisy tomorrow.
Wow.
I want every Labourite, wherever you are, to protest in your workplace, to protest in the market, to protest wherever you are.
Hold on, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Come on, mate. Did I hear you right when you say you want people to protest in their workplace? Hold on a minute. Let me rewind that.
Protest in your workplace, to protest in wherever you are, to protest in your workplace, to protest in the market.
No, brother, that can't happen. So you're telling me that I'm a business owner, employers who employ employees to work at whatever amount of money them pay them an hour for working a job. You think those employers are paying these people on the clock to carry out political protests? Don't you see that you're putting their jobs at risk if them follow what you said? That's why the turnout was nothing, because at the end of the day, those people didn't want to protest and jeopardize their jobs. Because employers with a corporate medium size or small businesses, they're not going to allow their employees to protest political rivalry and all that nonsense on their time. You can do that when you leave. You clock in at 9, you leave at 5 o'clock, you can do it. Or maybe before 9, but make sure your ass is at work by 9 o'clock. But if you want to protest 6 o'clock in the morning, that's on your time. Or you can do it after 5 when you leave work, but not on the business premises and not during work hours. So I don't understand when you're inciting people to do that. And the other thing that we have to also understand is that even if him say, and him never say peaceful protest, him fail to say that, even though the protest in itself is crazy. But let's say him did even say peaceful protest, or he meant to say peaceful protest. Guess what? The people that's going to take that up and demonstrate, it can most likely turn into violence. And then what you're going to sit up there and say, well, me never tell them to commit violence and all this type of stuff. But you don't know what other people are going to do with the information you provide them with, or the instructions that you're doling out to them.
To protest wherever you are at the bad mindism of the PNP that is trying to bring down the progress of the people.
That's weaponizing, brother. You're weaponizing your faction to go against a legitimate demonstration because of something which is a clear conflict of interest. And at the same time, you want these people to jeopardize their jobs.
Stand up, labor rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Stand up against the PNP.
You ever heard the saying, divide and rule? Here is a classic example of that. This is why I don't support no politician and I don't support no political party. Now you understand. Me know a lot of people don't like hear me say it. Them want me pick a side. Either JLP or PNP. Me not pick no side. The side me pick on my side. Me pick the side of Jamaica. I don't care who it is. I don't support you no. But if we're not going to do something for the people, not the corporate, not them, for the people, the ordinary 95 people. If you're doing something to benefit them, me will back you and me will support you. But if you not do that, me not support you. These little trinkets of ribbon cutting for open up 1 and 2 little hut and this little petty, pathetic, patching up road and all them tricks one I use. It's a little bit too late. 9 years and I know I run around and I scramble like roach when you turn on light. No, sir, that is too late for that now. You had enough time and maybe the new one that's coming in might do better, but we're going to hold the fire upon them just the same.
There was a time when the playbook of the PNP used to make labor rights afraid.
Did you hear that? When the playbook of the PNP used to make labor rights afraid. Interesting.
Is a different labor right you're looking on today. Labor rights are proud of their party.
I beg to differ. Now, I always say I don't support political parties, I don't support politicians, and my support is with the people of Jamaica. Now, I can look logically and say, I don't care which party the people support. That's for them own prerogative. But I still have the people at heart. So I don't think over the past 3-4 years, that ordinary citizens of Jamaica who support the JLP party, upstanding, integrity, law-abiding, genuine citizens of Jamaica, I don't think they're proud. I think they're looking at the JLP party and them thinking, where did we go wrong? And this is why I don't support political party or politician. I only support what you have done and what you're doing to help the ordinary people. So I don't think the ordinary people of Jamaica, the ones who support the JLP, are proud because they can clearly see, they have discernment to see, and they have the critical thinking to see where things have obviously gone wrong. And they're not pleased with it and they're not proud of it. And that's all I've got to say about that because I've spoken to a lot of these people. But I'm just going to make him finish up so I can end this video.
There was a time when the PNP used to appeal to something called nationalism.
Okay.
And they could influence well-thinking Jamaicans.
You have to listen to the words of this man carefully. It's very revealing.
But you know what? There are more Jamaicans who are
A matter of fact,
in the middle.
There are more Jamaicans in the middle. I'm going to stop him there. I'm not going to go on much more. The rest of it is just party lines, to be honest. I'm just going to make it play, but I'm going to mute him. Because the bit that I'm interested in is the bit that he's mentioned. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the statement that he made was ill-advised and poor. I don't know who his people are, but he's been making mistake after mistake.
Who can make it better for my country?
Really? Now you realize that?
And you
After
can
9
come
years?
with promises. And you can come with promises, good
Yes, like the 100-day promises. Carry on.
intentions.
The irony is so funny, bro.
But you know where is paved with good intentions.
Yes, but we're not interested in good intentions, brother. Them used to say promises and pledges and whatever else. Now them use intention. All the same word mean the same thing. All around about come back to the same thing. We're not interested. We don't want to hear it. It's what have you done, and what have you done in 9 years of sitting in the chair you're sitting in as Prime Minister. The truth is nothing. So with that said, that's all I want to say, and I'm wrapping up. I'm finishing here.